Another day in the garden. Like always, all the projects for today should have been done yesterday, but we're just getting to it now because we just came back from a trip. Today we have to harvest a lot of our pears because they're starting to really ripen. Pears ripen from the inside out, so you wouldn't even know if they're starting to rot. We want to dry off all of them for the winter, so we don't have the storage capacity right now, but we have a drying rack and it's pretty hot this week, so I think we'll be successful getting some dried pears for the winter.
Look what you've rested this under.
Yeah.
Oh, right up there.
I know, there's such good ones up there. Ow, sorry.
That fell on my head.
Yeah, I wasn't looking up. Okay.
Maybe I can... Yeah. Two goes together quite nice, but if you ever had three, you'd probably trim the third one off early on in the growth. Yeah, so the second pear tree, it's not really given us much fruit this year. The other one gave us much more. It's interesting, maybe because the other tree gets a little bit more shade in the morning time. They're more prolific with pears. Maybe this one looks like it's put on a lot more growth this year. Might be a reason why it gave us less pears. I bet if we would cut them both down, this one would give us more fruit because it gets more sun. But we'll see. I mean, that's...
Okay, let's collect the pears.
Imagine if we plant like 10 more of these trees.
Yeah.
Imagine like 10 of those buckets. I mean, yeah, but this is not even, probably not even a good year for them, you know, this is...
So this is our harvest for today. We'll process this now. These trees haven't been pruned in 10 years.
No, that's
I don't
2
know.
years probably.
These trees haven't been pruned in a while. Probably 2 years. We will do this as soon as we research when to do it. We will prune them as well. Hopefully we'll get bigger harvests in the coming years. For now, these are all sometimes really small, and also I think the drought didn't do them any good. They taste really good dried. We already tried a batch before, and we're looking forward to this kind of snack when it's a bit colder and a bit drearier. I'm going to process the pears. The smallest one I will cut up for the chickens because they're not really worth it, and they're also often quite hard, so the chickens will get them and we'll get the soft ones. You want to try one as is? I think they probably will go for another week or so. Pretty sweet.
Yeah. Also a bit, not bitter, but that
Dry?
Dry. It's kind of, the dryness is a taste. Yeah, when they become actually
I think it's
dry.
like a water.
How are you cutting them to be dry? Like in slices, right?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Yeah, the first taste is like the sweetness and then the dryness comes in.
I do slices this thick.
Yeah, I guess.
Might take a bit longer, but
Cut that as well.
now you bit into that, we don't want to contaminate it. Give it to the chickens if you don't like it.
I like it.
They're very sweet actually.
It's incredibly sweet. Okay.
Yeah, it's like not even, it's just 9:30 and it's already 30 degrees.
Yeah.
Sweating my non-existent balls off.
We got probably our second last load of pears coming in off the drying rack today.
Yeah, I'll do this. Like after breakfast I'll get the pears in, put the last load on as well.
Yeah.
And then we're done with the pears.
No, yeah, we had dreams of just like making more jam than we can possibly eat, you know, and we will get there eventually.
Yeah.
But we got to irrigate our garden first, and that's a laborious job. We spent half a year building a little house.
Now we need to spend half a year on building a water infrastructure, basically.
Yeah, we got to dig water infrastructure everywhere, connect pipes. Thanks for breakfast.
You're welcome. Thanks for work.
You're welcome. Thanks for work.
You're welcome. Yeah. Jeez, I'm so sweaty. I will never cut myself.
You saw me yesterday.
Right? I know. I will never cut myself a fringe again. Like ever again, but especially not in summer. Can't wait for it to grow out so I can like put it out of my face again. It's a stupid idea. I started pulling out the tomatoes yesterday.
I noticed, yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think we need to pull out the rest because it's not worth watering them for like two tomatoes hanging off the thing.
2 cherry tomatoes for how much water?
Yeah, and I'll pull them in. Like they will ripen here on the counter as well, like just as well. So yeah.
We'll still eat them.
Like I think I'll keep like 2 for shade in the lower bed because they shade the paprika there a bit, but will not water them anymore. They just. But I feel like this might be like the last intense heat wave. I feel like autumn's coming, you know. But maybe it's just because there's so much heat stress on the trees that the leaves are falling. Like, that's why I feel like autumn is coming, but yeah.
I mean, it's like in Germany or England, after this much summer, it's usually over. But I feel like it's still got a bit left in it for Portugal here.
Yeah. I just hope we're not getting like a 40-degree heat wave in like October. That would be... I don't know if I could take that.
Yeah, that would be bad.
This year's garden hasn't really been a success. We kind of imagined that to happen anyways. We just didn't have the time to put into the garden. A lot of our free time was taken up by our tiny house build, and that definitely shows in the garden. We obviously also made some bad choices because we're beginners. We definitely learned this year that even tomatoes can have too much sun, which I just didn't know before. We had a lot of burnt plants. Everything that was kind of growing in semi-shade was doing quite well, but all the plants that were in full sun really suffered when we had our heat wave. The biggest problem, however, though, is the drought that we had this year. You've probably seen it on the news. The whole of Europe, and especially the Iberian Peninsula, is in severe drought. We can really feel it by now. The dams are extremely low. It hasn't really rained since the beginning of June. That was the last time it really rained. This morning we had some drizzle for the first time in a long time. And even if we had the capacity to store all of the water that fell in spring, it would not have been enough to keep our garden watered this year. It is so dry. I've not experienced anything like this before, and we're definitely working on improving our water situation this winter. We plan, because we want to increase our self-sufficiency or self-reliance, this winter is going to be the time for us to focus exclusively on improving our soil and also improving the water holding capacity on our land, which means we will build some ponds, we'll get more tanks, we'll just build up a lot more infrastructure to keep water on the land when it falls. So if we have another drought next year, we'll hopefully be a lot more resilient than we are now. Bye.